today we're working on something I'd rather not be working on. So my MaxiSys, Autel MaxiSys Ultra, the screen quit working on it. It would come on and everything, but the capacitive touch or whatever it is wasn't working. So first thing I did was take off the protectors that were still on there. This thing's about 2 years old at this point, and got to messing with it. I thought maybe those were interfering. It wasn't, etc. And then I got to looking at the screen, and it's kind of weird. It looked like it was bowing. So I got to looking at the back, and the back is also bowing. So what I think we got going on is a battery that is expanding and warping and then putting pressure on the screen from the front. As it bubbles up, it kind of goes like a balloon. It's like a battery in an envelope, and as it expands, it kind of creates like a balloon. And that's why, especially nothing in the center of the screen was working. And the screen was doing all kinds of weird things. It was doing things on its own. So, finally found a battery for it out of China, of course. China. And I don't have the battery in yet, but I was thinking if I took the battery out, I could still use the unit because it wouldn't be pushing against that screen anymore. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws later. Okay. This thing just still doesn't want to come apart. However, I think I've taken enough pressure off of it now. If we can get it to come on, that the screen's working. It just started this, so hopefully we caught it in the process before the battery got too big and blew everything up. So these are the screws that came out of it in the back, along with 2 little ones that are up in the port area here. And took those out. Still doesn't want to come apart. So as an example, touchscreen seems to be working great now. Doesn't matter what you do, it seems to work. So everything seems to be working. We can touch anywhere and it goes kind of back to where it was. So one's in the middle work, everything. So I think if nothing else, I've relieved enough pressure on the screen that everything started working, but I was frustrated trying to get this thing apart, and I went and tried to find videos on YouTube about how it comes apart, and not finding any. Thought we might go down this road together. So right now I'm just kind of looking around aimlessly. I've taken all the screws out that I could find. There's a couple little, might be plugs there, where there could be 4 more screws. So let's go down this rabbit hole and try to remove the plugs. I don't know if these are just cushions for this thing to keep this thing from slamming back down, but could be a screw under there. And there is. Okay. By the way, these were T25, I believe, worked on those. The big one, the big screws was T25, worked on that, and then it was a T5 in the port area here for the smaller screws. So I imagine that these underneath these little rubber stopper plugs are going to be T5s as well. And that one is being stubborn. There we go. So what do I do with my T5 screwdriver? There it is. not so magnetic. Looks like all the little T5s have got some blue Loctite on them. For whatever that's worth. There, I got that one out finally. Well, it ain't just falling apart. That's for damn sure. I got a feeling that these side, because this line here does not extend past this. So I'm thinking that these have got to somehow come off. I really don't want to jack up my scanner. I kind of like this one. I really don't want to have to spend $1,600 right now, because most of the cars I work on are older anyway, and they're already in here. I've got the old Elite over there, and changing the battery on that was no big deal. But apparently, this one's going to be a little more of a problem. I do have 2 Phillips screws here on the stand. I don't see how that's going to really help, but we're going to take them out just in case. Just because I don't see it doesn't mean it's not important. These are just Phillips screws here. And they didn't release anything anyway. Yeah, I don't do nothing for you. All right. I'm down to the point where I feel like we probably need to just cut this in as straight a line as possible from one point to another. I really wish I didn't have to. There you go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So you got to know where your clips are, apparently. And sure enough, 4 more screws underneath there. So, the way this comes out, let's see if we can get this side off clean. Get in here. Yep. So you don't start in the corner. So you can see what we did here. We started in the corner and we really put a booger on that one. Try to glue that down. The clips are here, 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 and here. And basically you get a screwdriver. There's a ridge here. It's like a false ridge, and then just where that rubber starts, just wedge your flat blade in there and then pop out and then pop off. And These are just Phillips inside here. Find my tiny Phillips. These have little QC tabs on them, so I guess they know if you jacked with it. Well, yeah, we jacked with it. Because you put a shit battery in it to start with. It expands and goes up and etc. Hell with that. Just so those are going to be little telltales, so they know you took this thing apart. And I'm sure my warranty is now void. Come on. Get that little screw out of there. Alrighty. Now let's see if we can kind of make a little more progress in getting this thing separated. Looks like I probably have another clip in here somewhere. I'm not doing a tear down like they do the phones where they just destroy them. We're trying to do this where we can actually put it back together. Come on. So, otherwise known as we're being gentle. Taking our time. Since we've never been into one of these and don't have any instructions. There we go. That was just another little clip there. Definitely pulled off a ribbon there. So you don't want to do that. Go ahead and power this thing down. Yeah, I didn't like whatever I did. We do have it separated, however. I'll peer up underneath here. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to peer up underneath here and make sure I'm not pulling on any cables I shouldn't be. Okay. Well, I did pull a cable off. It is reattachable though, because it was just in a socket. And I've got one more here that I probably need to get out. There we go. And there's one over here that also needs to come out. If I can get it up. Well, we may not go any further than this because these cables I can definitely reattach at this point, and I'm not sure. It looks like this one's one of those little ones that just rotates up. But if I screw that up, then we got some issues because that's the main screen cable, and we don't want to screw that up. I have detached two cables over here. This one is press fit type, and this one cable was just in here like this, and I don't know if I can get my big head out of the way enough to show you all how that goes or not. But anyhow, the problem we're having, look at this battery. That is supposed to be flat, and it is a long ways from flat, which was putting pressure against the screen and causing the issue we're having. And if you ask me, that's a pretty crappy design. Who's asking me? Sure as heck didn't consult me about this. So, Ryan, come here. I want you to hold this screen, and the whole goal is to not let that ribbon cable experience any problem. I'll try to get this battery out. It's not catching. Yeah, it's turning. I see it turning. Holy crap. Yeah, that battery has expanded so much, it's putting a ton of pressure on these brackets that hold it in. It's almost like, hold on, we're going to have a little discussion with people here. Okay, this battery, if I remember correctly in the Autel Elite, this battery wasn't mounted in there so damn securely. It's almost like these metal bars that go across this battery were on here to keep the battery from expanding, like they knew this was going to be a problem. Far be it from me to cast dispersions, but I will call bullshit when I see bullshit. And I don't think this is. I think this is bullshit. At least they didn't glue it in like Apple does. So this is what I'm removing. This little bracket that goes around the battery. Okay, I gotta hold it up so I can get a little camera angle in here. I'm pretty sure these are the battery connections. Yeah, that's the connector right there. See if I can get that to stick on something so it's held open for a minute. We'll just try to preserve it. I'll stick it up here for now. Here's your battery connector, which just slides out, looks like. And you're out. Alright, let's rotate this back down. So I have one MS Ultra disassembled, and I don't know if y'all can see that, but pretty sure that ain't the way the battery's supposed to look. That's pretty bad. That's pretty damn bad. And boy, you can feel it. It's like mushy. Mushy, mushy, mushy. Like it's going to explode. Like I don't want to push on it too hard because it might pop. Alright. So we got, as it sat in there, you got your 3 powers, looks like, 3 grounds. Okay, 3 powers on the left, 3 grounds on the right, probably some temperature and some sensor leads here in the middle. The 4 of those are white, yellow, green, and blue. I'm not real sure if it has to have this particular battery or if other Autel batteries will work. I don't know. But this is a model 3581 Alpha 7 Papa Henry -1 Sam 4 Papa. And yeah, 18,000 milliamp, 6.84 watt hour battery at 3.8 volts. That thing can't be putting out 3.8 volts, I wouldn't think. That's what it says here, 3.8 volts, capacity 68.4 watt hours, and 1800 milliamp hours. Good job. You guys are right there next to Samsung with their Note 7s. Yeah, not good. Not good, Autel. And this type of stuff, you're leaving this thing plugged in the shop, going home overnight, maybe sitting next to a gas can, who knows. And this is not good. That's not good. This is a freaking lawsuit waiting to happen, if you ask me. Yeah. So let's look at this. So this battery looks like it should be, now let's go to millimeters, right at 11 millimeters, and it has expanded all the way to 23 millimeters, 24 millimeters. Okay. So it's over double its original size. Just FYI. That's not good. If you've got one of these Ultras, and where I noticed it specifically, I did notice that the screen kind of had a bow to it. All right. I noticed that the touch components weren't working, or the touch capacitance or whatever wasn't working. And I also noticed there was a little bit of a bulge back here. It really wasn't that noticeable, just slightly noticeable through the case and through the screen. But this is shit. I do leave it in the cradle overnight so it charges, but no way that this should be happening. I mean, this thing's, like I said, it's probably less than 2 years old.
To register a new product or for information on product updates, press 1. For purchase orders or price and availability, press 2. For technical support, press 3. To check the status.
I'll put them in schedule to be coming.
Okay. Sounds
For
good.
ADAS, tools or frames, press 5. For MaxiSys tools, press 1. For TPMS, all of our agents are currently assisting other customers. Please stay on the line. If you require remote assistance, please make sure your tool is connected to the internet. Please have your model number and serial number available. For more information about our products, please visit Autel.com or check our website channel at youtube.com/Autel Tools to review our latest promotions and training videos. You are currently waiting in the MaxiSys queue.
Let's see how long this is going to take. We're at 1 minute and 34 seconds right now.
We apologize, but we may be experiencing higher than normal call volumes. Your call is very important to us. Please continue to hold, and your call will be answered in the order it was received.
So, reading here, do not expose battery to greater than 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which it's hot in Texas, but it ain't that damn hot. Do not charge battery below freezing, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not disassemble or mistreat the battery. Replace only with same type Autel battery. Failure to follow these instructions may present risk of explosion. Blah, 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 blah. Fire, high temperature. See user's manual for additional safety instructions.
Hello, thank you for waiting. If you would like a callback, please press 2. Or you can wait for the next available representative.
What are you going to do to call
Request
back?
for a callback is confirmed. The next available agent will call you shortly.
They could have done that right at the beginning of the call instead of waiting 3 minutes into it. Oh well. It's 1:31. We'll see how long this takes. So I'm currently waiting on Autel tech support to call me back. It's been well over an hour. But basically, some questions I have for them. I think, I don't know what my rights are, honestly, to be honest with you, about like consumer protection rights or whatever. I'm not really fully versed on all that stuff. However, I think that when you have a product that was manufactured and has, well, that thing's sitting there crackling as we speak. Like, I think it's expanding as we speak. Anyway, don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but it cracked. Might not have put it outside or something. Anyway, I think they should stand good for the battery. At least give me a replacement battery. And now I've already purchased one. It's on its way. But, right's right, wrong's wrong. And I think what's right is they should give me a new battery at least. If they're not going to address the problem that they have with these, because it might be an isolated event, but I doubt it, because I have a Autel Maxisys Elite that also had to replace the battery in because of the swelling issues. So I love the product. The scanner is awesome, but hang on. So now that the phone call's done, is there a product warranty on this thing? I jotted down some notes. Well, I had an hour or something to wait on them to call me back. Does this product have a warranty, different warranty period for defective issues like battery fixing to explode? I think the way the Consumer Protection Agency, I looked that up as well. Did a little Google research. And the way they worded it was something about unreasonable and risky. Items that are unreasonable and risky, such as a battery that's about to explode. Is there a program to replace these batteries? There may already be a program in place to replace these batteries, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and let's say that they have a program in place. Awesome if they do. Does it void my warranty if I disassembled the product? This gets into a whole topic of like right to repair stuff, and it's a whole topic that I'm not ready to engage in at this point. I believe in it, absolutely. I mean, should I have a right to repair something that I own? Absolutely. So, I know there's a lot of rub on that from manufacturers. They don't want you tampering with their product. Well, it's my product now. Okay. And Secondly, the next question I jotted down is if that answer is, if the answer is that my warranty is void now, then does your company actually support the right to repair? Because I think it's a big issue in the country nowadays. It's Apple doesn't want you working on their phones, and none of them do. Samsung doesn't either. You name the manufacturer, they don't want you messing with their stuff after you bought it, and it's your stuff. So, does that negate them being responsible for things that were defective in the manufacturing process or the quality of product that they used in their product? I don't know. I don't know what the legal part is. I know that morally they should fix that. They should definitely fix that. This is encapsulated inside of this product, and there's no way of you knowing that that's going on until it's catastrophic. Oh, here we go. Let's get this switched over. This John?
Hello, John. This is Autel.
Yes, sir. I've got a little problem with the Maxis Ultra. I wanted to know if you could help me with. I'm outside of the product warranty. My subscription has expired. Okay. So that puts me outside of warranty also, or what?
The description on your Ultra just expired?
No, it didn't just expire. It expired about a year ago, I think.
Oh, yeah. So, unfortunately, the unit's warranty is only active when you have the active subscription on it.
Okay. What about things like the battery fixing to explode? Is there
on the back of the unit?
Inside the unit? What
Yeah,
is there a different warranty for things that cause like a risk at this point where the battery, a battery swelling up to the point it's about to explode is probably a manufacturing defect, is it not?
Well, that depends because, unfortunately, like I said, the only way that our tools have warranties on them is if you have an active subscription. The tools come with a 1 year of update to the warranty. After 1 year, if the unit does expire, the warranty can become active if you purchase the yearly subscription for the unit.
And what would the subscription cost me? So to get it back in warranty, it's going to be $1,700?
Through us, yes. You don't have to go through us for that. You can go through your vendor or your distributor for an update.
Yeah,
and then you can see if they can give you a better price.
It's still $1,700. All right, so there's no program to replace the batteries in the Ultras that are expanding and fixing to explode. There's no remedy for that?
We can have it come in for repair without it being under warranty, and it could be further diagnosed. But either a subscription will want to be purchased, or mainly a deductible may need to be paid for a battery replacement or something else that just needs to be further diagnosed first.
Okay, so can you tell me what a battery replacement would cost in it if I just send it in?
I can't give that pricing over the phone. Like I said, it needs to be further diagnosed first. That's the best way for us to really determine what pricing may be.
Okay. So
I can issue you an RGA so you can ship it in if you don't want to pay for the update just yet. Just so that can kind of give you a kind of like a roundabout, like, okay, this is what they're giving me as an option. This is what I need to do.
Do y'all
and if you choose not to do it, we'll just send it back to you.
Do y'all don't charge for diagnostics?
No, we will have it come in for repair. You pay for shipping, and then if you choose not to do it, we'll pay for the shipping for it to go back.
Okay. Well, here's my situation is, I think this thing's dangerous at this point. Okay, because it's sitting out there in my shop. If it's on charge, the battery's swelling, about to explode. The battery, I've got the battery out of it right now, and the battery should be measuring 11 millimeters in thickness, and it's measuring 24. and it's poofed up like a pillow. It feels like a marshmallow when you touch it. So obviously that's not right, and obviously there's an issue there. And I mean, so there's nothing y'all can do about that for me?
Unfortunately, it's under warranty. I can't, we just can't do nothing about that. We can have it come in for repair. I understand that you are concerned about the battery potentially, leaking or it exploding, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing to do would be to send it in at this point for it to be just further looked at.
Yeah, I got you. I don't want to get in a situation where I'm, without my tool for a long time just to hear you guys tell me, yeah, it's not covered, because
Well, like I said, if it's not under warranty, there's some type of price that will need to be paid, whether you just put it towards buying an update or,
yeah,
it getting into a new battery.
So
but,
so
as long as you've never taken apart the tool, then,
I've taken apart the tool.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's bulging and
So that's an issue right there, because with you taking apart the tool, it automatically voids the warranty right there. Even if you were to buy the yearly subscription, you voided the warranty for the tool. So that kind of already puts you in that spot where if they take it apart, they're going to see that it's been taken apart before, and there's nothing that we can do about that. That's just a policy that we have.
Well, then I guess my standpoint is this is a defective part, and it's, I mean, it's not safe to keep it like this. So I can't see how y'all are getting around all of that. These things happen with all kinds of products, and when your batteries are like this, I mean, it's always a recall or something along those lines. And how do y'all get around that? Because I mean, right's right and wrong's wrong.
I understand, but those are just, devices and parts of products that, like you said, it does happen. Unfortunately, that's something that we could change, but it does happen. Just every tool will be different. If your tool was under subscription right now, it would be under warranty, but because of that situation, it's not. The best thing to do would just be to send it in and let them diagnose it. They'll give you pricing on how much it will be to actually replace it.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I just respectfully disagree. I mean, the Consumer Protection Agency is there for a reason. It's because of situations like this, and that is what it is, man. And unfortunately, if y'all are not willing to help me out, then we'll figure out another route, I suppose.
I understand, sir. If you still would like to send it in at some point, just give us a call back and we can give you an RBA.
I don't need to send it in for you to charge me $1,000 to repair it, because I mean, it just needs a battery, and it shouldn't have ever happened that it swelled up like this. I mean, if y'all have a known issue, this, I'm sure I'm not the first one to call in with a battery swelling issue. So this is a known thing to your company, and then they're just ignoring it. That's when you get the Consumer Protection Agency on you for it. That's the exact situation that gets them on you for it. All right.
Yes, sir. If you have any more questions, just give us a call back.
Yeah, will do. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
So there you go. Not willing to help in any shape or form. Pretty sure Verizon, I don't know how to say this politely, took it up the backside for crap like this. All right. Or not Verizon, but Samsung. Yeah, don't know where to go from here, but I'll figure it out. So the answer to our questions: there is no differential in product warranty for defective equipment, which I don't know where that stands legally. There is no program to replace the batteries. even though they're a known problem. And if you disassemble your product, you're SOL. And obviously, question number 4, does your company support the right to repair? Which is kind of weird in this case because they developed a tool to repair things outside of the manufacturer's tool that does the same thing. So they should believe in this, but obviously they don't. So I'm going to put my tool back together now without this in it. Hopefully it'll work in the cradle and not be a hazard to everybody. While I'm waiting on a battery to come in, it's disappointing, but it is what it is. Ryan, come over here and help me hold this screen again. Let me see. I think I need to get this up. Careful, don't tilt it up any further than that because it'll start pulling on this cable here. And I'm gonna need some glasses. I'm gonna have to see how this works, if it's just a straight push in or. Oh, there we go. That was a little weird because I think it slid in from this side and then it got a little clamp down on it. Yeah, this one does the same thing. So is this getting on camera? Not really. How about now? Okay. So hold the screen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip this up and show you how this one works also. I'm going to try to flip it up. Let's see if I can get it flipped up. Now, I'm not going to mess with that one. It's a lot crankier than this one. So just know this is how it comes up. Don't rip my cable. All right. So we're going to have to get this one back in from this side. It slides in from this side to that side, and then this piece clamps down over the top of it, and then we have a piece, another cable that just simply plugs in to this spot right here. All right, let's get it slid down. I'll tilt it this way.
Automotive Electronics, I can help you.
Hey, this is Tony from Texas Department of Transportation. I'm checking to see if you guys can redo a cluster on a 2008 F750 Ford.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, most likely, yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a general refurb price? Or
Normal repairs are 150. If it's anything rare or, you know, abnormal, then it might go up to 200. But 99% of the time it's 150.
Okay. Do you guys have any problems mailing them?
No. Where are you? I guess you're not local then?
It's going to be coming out of Paris. I work for Tech Dot headquarters in Austin.
Yeah, we've done work for them before.
Okay. Do you have our address?
I do. It's 111 Watt Circle.
Yes, sir. Yeah. If you take the cluster out, put it in a box, and put a note in there with your name, a textable phone number, and a brief description on what's wrong with the cluster, and we can work on it and send you a link to pay when it's all fixed, and then as soon as it's paid for, we ship it right back to you.
Okay. What will happen is I may have one of our guys from Exxon will do it sometime, pay for it with a credit card.
Okay, that's fine as well.
Okay, man. Well, listen, my guy from Paris may call you as well for additional details. May have a question or two, but I'll pass on the number. I appreciate you.
Okay, no problem, sir. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
What additional information do you need?
So you got to hold your mouth just right when you're putting this thing back together. There we go, we got it. We got her. Probably just going to put me 3 or 4 screws back in this thing so it's kind of held in there. That doesn't feel like it's flush yet. There we go. Alright, we should be pretty stable at that point. I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 back in here because this is floppy and I don't like it. Just got to remember which ones went in there. Yeah, I think they're pretty much all the same. And where's the screwdriver I used? There it is. Yeah, that's one of the screws with the Loctite that goes on the inside. Yep. Okay, that's the one that I was using on that side, so a little taper on it. There was no need for the kickstand screws to come out, so we should be good there. That should be, let's see. Yeah, that should be all we need for some temporary. That'll keep us temporarily intact, and I'm going to go see if this will work out on the bench. So I was hoping that the Ultra would power up without the battery in it when it was plugged in. And it does power up without the battery, except for then it recognizes, as soon as it powers up, it recognizes it doesn't have battery and it shuts itself down. So can't use it without a battery in it. So if I did not take this thing apart and order my own battery, which is hard to find, okay, the Ultra battery I had to order out of China, and there was only 3 companies that even carried it, and it's the exact same part number, so I'm sure it's going to do the exact same thing. They've got an issue and they know it. This ain't a mystery to them. All right, and so if I hadn't ordered that battery, I would be just simply out $1,600 because of their mistake in selecting the battery manufacturer that they chose to go with, probably due to a spreadsheet somewhere. Anyway, not happy about all this. Not impressed with the Autel quality as far as that goes, as far as this situation goes. Other than that, Autel's a damn good tool, and that's what I've used for a long time. However, maybe changing the way I think here shortly, because I'd like to know, you guys ever been down this road with, say, Top Don or any of the other manufacturers where you couldn't get an obvious defect fixed? You know, I can understand them having issues with their tool from time to time. That's understandable. Everybody's going to have an issue here or there. It's just what you do about it that's the question. And if you're not willing to do anything about it, not willing to take any responsibility for the tool you put out and the manufacturing of that tool, the quality of it, then I don't have a lot of respect for that. So, get down in those comment sections. Tell me what kind of scanner you use if you've had these kind of issues. Like I said, this is my second Autel. This is my second time I've had to go through this battery replacement routine because of swelling batteries. They apparently haven't learned any lesson, and they're apparently very resistant to learning it. So, get down there. Tell me what you guys think. Am I wrong to be mad? If I am, tell me. I ain't afraid to hear it. You know, hopefully this will help you out. If nothing else, I showed you how to get the Autel apart and back together. And if it helps you, if that helps you out in any way, of course, this will show you how to get you a new battery in it without having to go through Autel, at least, if that's the route you chose to take. Those little ribbon cables I was working on, those are a bitch to get back on. You got to hold your mouth just right. Get down there and like and subscribe. Hey, if you like what you saw here today, get down there in them buttons. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to get advised of the new content as it's released. My name is John. We've been here in San Antonio for over 20 years fixing electronics. We specialize in automotive, but we definitely can fix any component level repairs you might need. The company is Automotive Electronics. You can look us up on Google, Automotive Electronics in San Antonio, and you'll find us every single time. Until next time, I hope all your repair attempts are successful. Hopefully you save yourself a little cash along the way. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next video.